Hi, my students. Welcome to Tabarak platform. I'm going to explain to you when do you use past perfect tense and how do you use past perfect tense. Let's start. Usage of the tense. We use past perfect to talk about an event that happened before another event in the past. It means we have two actions in the past. The first action we put it in the past perfect, and the second action we put it in the past simple tense. Past perfect affirmative. To form an affirmative sentence in the past perfect, we will start with the subject plus had plus the past participle of the verb. We use had with all the subjects. I, you, had plus the past participle. He, she, it, had plus the past participle. We, you, they plus had plus the past participle of the verb. Now, let's read some affirmative sentence. I, you, had done. He, she, it had done. We, you, they had done. We start with the subject. After the subject, we use had. After had, the past participle of the verb done. It's the past participle of the verb do. Let's read some examples. I had been a student before I became a teacher. Had been past perfect because it is the first action. The second action became in the past simple tense. You had eaten all the cake before I found out where it was. Had eaten. It's past perfect because it's the first action. The second action found past simple tense. Pedro had already done his homework by the time his parents arrived home. Had done past perfect because it is the first action. The second one arrived past simple tense. Victoria had been my friend before she traveled. Had been past perfect because it's the first action. The second one traveled past simple. By the time the cat realized there was a mouse, it had run away. Had run, it's past perfect because it's the first action, but the second action past simple tense realized. Past perfect negative. To form a negative sentence using past perfect, we will change had into had, not or hadn't in the short form. We will use hadn't with all the subjects plus the past participle of the verb. I, you, hadn't plus the past participle of the verb. He, she, it hadn't plus past participle of the verb. We, you, they hadn't plus the past participle of the verb. Let's read some sentence. I hadn't done. You hadn't done. He, she, it hadn't done. We, you, they hadn't done. We start with the subject. After that, hadn't plus the past participle of the verb do. Past participle of the verb do, done. Let's read some negative sentences. I was sure I hadn't met him before. Hadn't met. It's past perfect negative form. You hadn't eaten all the cake before I found out where it was. Hadn't eaten. It's past perfect negative form. Pedro hadn't done his homework by the time his parents arrived home. It's past perfect negative form. They hadn't watched TV before they slept. Hadn't watched. Past perfect negative form. The cat hadn't seen the mouse until it made that funny noise. Hadn't seen. Past perfect negative form. She hadn't studied before she went to school. hadn't studied. It's a regular verb, so we add ed. And it's past perfect negative form. Past perfect interrogative. To form yes or no question using past perfect, we will start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. We will make exchange because in the affirmative sentence we start with subject plus had. But yes or no question, we will start with had plus the subject. Let's read. Had I or had you plus past participle of the verb. Had he or she or it plus the past participle of the verb. Had we or you or they plus the past participle of the verb. Now let's read some question. Had I or had you done? Had he or she or it done? Had we or you or they done? In yes or no question, we start with had plus the subject plus done. It's the past participle of the verb do. Let's read some yes or no questions. Had I been a student before I became a teacher? It's yes or no question. We start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. The answer will be yes, I had. Had you eaten all the cake when I saw you in the kitchen? We start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. The answer will be yes, I had or no, I hadn't. Had Sam done his homework by the time his parents arrived home? It's yes or no question. So we start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. The answer will be yes, he had or no, he hadn't. Had the cat realized that there was a mouse before you opened the door? It's yes or no question. Start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. The answer will be yes, it had or no, it hadn't. Had you all left before your friends arrived? It's yes or no question. So we start with had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb. The answer will be yes, we had or no, we hadn't. Now it's your homework. By the time you arrived at school this morning, which of these things had you done? Write sentence. You will use past perfect in the positive form or in the negative form. Like number 1, have a shower. You can write I had a shower or I hadn't had a shower. It's up to you. Now you can complete your homework. I hope it will be easy for you. Good luck, Miss Hanaa Hamdy.